How's it going, everyone? Man, I find this rather interesting after the 30th anniversary. I don't want to say debacle. Look, PlayStation made a killing off of it, but also scalpers are bathing in revenue. I mean, we got listings on eBay for the 30th anniversary PlayStation 5 Pro console going for $50,000. Now, are people paying $50,000? Probably not. It seems like the general amount people are paying for the 30th anniversary PS5 Pro is about $3,500 to $4,000, as we talked earlier today. But that's still insane given that this was released for $1,000. And it looks like PlayStation is actually going to be doing something about scalpers, and this is something I've been talking about quite a lot. There has to be a way to implement a model or a strategy to make sure these products get to the hands of the consumers that actually want them the most and the people that want them the most. There's never going to be something that completely gets rid of scalping. That's just not going to exist with how the market is structured. However, we can try to minimize it as best as possible. And now with the PlayStation 5 30th anniversary collection going for pre-orders in Japan, they've actually put a system in place. Pre-orders are going to be opening up for the console, and those that want to pre-order the console will need to use a PlayStation Network account with a Sony account registered in Japan. On top of that, players need to have been signed into a powered-up PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 console for at least 30 hours between February 22nd and September 19, 2024. Great! That is actually something that is implemented to mitigate scalping. I don't think that's perfect. I would actually advocate for something that makes sure somebody that's buying something like this is entrenched with the PlayStation ecosystem. Look, give this console and give the opportunity to buy these consoles and buy the console itself to your most hardcore of fans that seemingly will want a console like this. I would say, you know, somebody that has a PlayStation Network account, somebody that has games that they've bought on the console, not just powering up the console, and somebody that has played games over the last 5 years. And I don't think it should be 30 hours. 5 years of time, I don't think it's that crazy to say that the time should be 500 hours. I don't think that's crazy whatsoever. Is this a foolproof solution? No, absolutely not. But it's much better than just going onto PlayStation Direct and being able to buy it. It's much better than the stuff just being available at retailers. And even outside of just the 30th anniversary console, I feel like this should be the case with the 30th anniversary items in general, and launch it in waves. Get your most hardcore of hardcore fans, the people that have been supporting your console year after year, especially something like this that's a 30th anniversary, that is a celebration of PlayStation. Who's actually gonna want items like this? It's people that grew up with PlayStation. It's people that have an attachment towards the brand of PlayStation, and if that's the case, they should easily be able to have a PlayStation Network account with X amount of hours of gameplay and, history on it. I know it's probably easier said than done to implement something like this, but they could probably figure it out. Now, this is for Japan, and again, it's for the PlayStation 5 Pro only, as far as what I can understand, as far as this mitigating scalpers. And the unfortunate reality is this won't stop scalping. It just won't. You can't have something that's a foolproof solution. And let me offer you guys this. The reality is, with how the market is structured, people that are interested in something like the PlayStation 5 30th anniversary collection and the PlayStation 5 Pro in particular, they might have initially had all intention in the world to buy the console for themselves and have it as a collector's item. But then even those people that want to buy the console and they get the console, they can turn around and see the price that it's going for on eBay. And if you spent $1,000 on this console and it's all of a sudden going from $3,500 to $4,000, maybe even more than that, you're gonna be incentivized to be like, hey, I don't need this console that bad. Let me flip it and make a quick $2,000. that is absolutely going to happen. In fact, I've seen that transpire with several people that have gotten their hands on a lot of these items that initially they wanted to buy it to have it as an item for themselves, and then they look at the prices and they see the insanity that's going on secondhand markets and eBay, that people are buying digital consoles for $1,100 when they were $500. People are buying DualSense Edge controls for $450 when they were whatever amount, $170 or something like that. PlayStation Portal's going for $400, so on and so forth. The price points that people are paying, and again, this is just decided and structured by the market. Like, the market is dictating what they're gonna spend on it. People that weren't gonna be scalpers are gonna be turned into scalpers by seeing the price points. Ultimately, I just think it's a situation of, if you're gonna do a lineup like this and do this anniversary collection, I really think we gotta get past this idea of let's just make this so limited run. I get it, the FOMO exists, but especially for the PS5 Pro, 12,300 units? Like, what is this amount? How about 123,000? If you wanted to stick so specific to the date, 123,000 would have at least been a decent number of units. 12,300 is literally nothing. When you talk about that's how many are going to be created worldwide, that is a drop in the bucket. Like, nobody's going to be able to get that console. 123,000 at least would have been enough for people to be like, all right, it'll be somewhat easy to get. And I just think they should be printing more of this. I get it, the capitalizing on the idea of FOMO, that makes that whole lineup a hotter ticket item, and it makes it a hotter brand, so on and so forth. I get why they do it from a psychological standpoint. You're capitalizing on FOMO, but it's like, bro, just release more. You're gonna sell more. You're gonna make a ton of money. It's not like this is going to be a make or break kind of lineup for Sony. In a vacuum, you're doing a limited run. You're making a ton of money for one day every 10 years. They'll do a 40th anniversary lineup. That's something you can do for one day. It's a drop in the bucket to all of PlayStation's revenue. Just roll out like a bunch of units. Do another print of this. Do it for the entirety of that year. Why not do it in waves? Every quarter, you're doing a lineup of several of these items going on sale. I think that this idea of, oh my god, it's a collector's item, oh my, like, we gotta get rid of that entirely if we're gonna stop scalpers, because like, this stuff is now just always gonna get bought up, because the idea, bro, like, it's better to buy stuff like this than buying stocks. That's crazy. Like, where are we at when it is way more lucrative to invest your money into items like this than actually investing in things? Like, that's insanity to me. Yeah, screw the crypto market, screw the stocks, screw Robinhood, screw all that stuff. Let me just buy, you know, limited run PlayStation consoles and limited run gaming products, and that's gonna happen if we don't actually produce enough to satiate the demand. Let's go about producing more units. You can't always have it perfect, but that's what I would offer. But at least they're doing something. At least they realize it's a problem. Would have been nice they implemented something like this in other regions, but I guess GG, no re as far as that's concerned. That's gonna do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. If you guys have any ideas on how you would go about stopping scalpers, I just think we're in a territory where we gotta print more of these suckers. We gotta make more units of these controllers, of these consoles, and then I think, you know, they'll be readily available. That's how I would do it. I don't think we need to make everything, even an anniversary lineup, oh my god, it's going for $50,000 on eBay. Like, stop this. Let's just have it readily available for the people that want it. Have it like a 3-week window where you can order it, and then it'll take a couple months for it to be manufactured, and then they're sent out. I think that would be much better, and a much better way to do it, so they can gauge how many people want it. There's a 2 to 3 week window of orders being placed in, and then they'll manufacture that many. Again, I'm simplifying it. I don't know the ins and outs of handling something like this, but I'm just offering this to you guys as an idea. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts down below. Sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.